Hello everyone, welcome again to online session of Manolaw classes. I am Dinesh Kumar and I am former assistant professor of law at Campus Law Center, Law Faculty, Delhi University, and presently I am working as an academic head of Manolaw classes. So my dear students, in today's session I will discuss with you one of the landmark judgment of Honorable Supreme Court in the case of Jitendra Singh versus the state of Madhya Pradesh and others. But before moving to the discussion part, there is an important announcement for all of you. Admissions are open at Manolaw classes for upcoming batch of 2022 and 2023 for various law entrance examination, and all of you may get yourself enrolled with us. For getting the more information, you can dial on the given number on the screen, that is 9971 444 054. We at Manolaw classes are also providing 15 days free trial for all the aspirant of law entrance examination, and in these 15 days free trial you will get the following benefit. Number one, you will get live classes with one-to-one interaction. Number second, you will get various recorded conceptual lectures on various topics. You will get various topic tests and sectional tests, and at last we will provide you the analysis of your performance, and this analysis will be done by our team of experts. So for availing the benefit of this facility, you need to do the following activities. Number one, first of all, you should find the link in the description below. Then you should locate up the sign up for 15 days free trial. Then you should fill the form available there, and then you will be eligible to get the benefit of this facility. So now we come to the main discussion part of today's lecture, and the name of the case is Jitendra Singh versus State of Madhya Pradesh and others. This is a special leave petition, and this judgment was delivered by Honorable Supreme Court on 6 September 2021. In this judgment, I will discuss two important constitutional and legal provisions with you, and one is Article 136 of the Constitution of India, and second is Section 109 and Section 1010 of Madhya Pradesh Land Revenue Code. So basically, as you are aware about Article 136 of Constitution of India, Article 136 of Constitution of India provides for a special leave petition, that is also known as SLP. So basically, SLP is a process, or it is an extraordinary remedy in the case of appeal. So if a person is not satisfied with the decision of any court or any tribunal except the decision of Armed Forces Tribunal, then that person can directly move to Honorable Supreme Court by virtue of the provisions of Article 136 of Constitution of India. So this is an extraordinary remedy in the case of appeal, and when general provisions of appeal are not applicable and the matter is of urgent importance, then petitioner can take the benefit of this particular provision. Now we come to Section 109 and Section 1010 of Madhya Pradesh Land Revenue Code. Basically, this section provides for the mutation. So now we will understand what is the meaning of term mutation. So basically, when property is transferred from the one party to the other party, then the name of one party is removed from the revenue record and the name of other party is put into the revenue record. This transfer may be either by the sale or either by operation of law, for example by way of succession or by way of will. So this case is related to the transfer of property by will. So now we come to the facts of this case. So basically what happened in this case, this petitioner Jitendra Kumar made an application under Section 109 and 1010 of this Madhya Pradesh Revenue Code to mutate his name in the name of Anantabai. So basically Anantabai made a will in the favor of petitioner, and on the basis of that will, petitioner filed an application to mutate the name or to remove the name of Anantabai from the revenue record and put his own name in the revenue record of the government. But there was little bit problem in this regard. in his application, first of all, he alleged that Anantabai died on 20th May 1998. But subsequently he changed this statement and he said that this date was mentioned because of any typographical error, and he submitted that the Anantabai died on 27th August 2011. Anantabai died on 27th August 2011 as per his application, but he moved the application for mutation on 9th August 2011. It means that the death occurred on 27th and he moved the application on 9th August, even before the death. But generally what happened in the case of will only gets executed after the death of the concerned person or after the death of the person who has made the will. So suppose in this case Anantabai has made the will in the favor of petitioner Jitendra Kumar, then the will of Anantabai could only be executed in the favor of petitioner only after the death of Anantabai, and it could not be executed even before the death of Anantabai. So first point, this is against the law. Now second point was that when the will be executed, then the property can only be transferred from the name of Anantabai to the name of petitioner Jitendra Singh in this case. So when this petitioner made an application first of all before the Nayab Tehsildar, and Nayab Tehsildar ordered on this application for the mutation. Mutation here means to remove the name of Anantabai from the revenue record and to put the name of petitioner Jitendra Singh in the government record. Now then some legal heirs and the daughter of Anantabai preferred an appeal against the decision of this Nayab Tehsildar before the subdivisional officer Tehsil Rampur. So basically a subdivisional officer is the appellate authority against the decision of Nayab Tehsildar. So the legal heirs of Anantabai preferred an appeal to this subdivisional officer, and this subdivisional officer reversed the decision of Nayab Tehsildar. It means Nayab Tehsildar ordered that the name of Anantabai should be removed from the revenue record and the name of Jitendra Singh should be put there. But when this order of Nayab Tehsildar was rejected by this subdivisional officer, it means that name will Anantabai will remain in the revenue record. So this petitioner Jitendra Kumar preferred an appeal against the decision of SDO before the learned additional commissioner, and this additional commissioner reversed the order of SDO. So now finally that position became final, or the first order of Nayab Tehsildar is confirmed by the decision of this additional commissioner. Now against the decision of additional commissioner, legal heirs of Anantabai preferred an appeal to Honorable High Court of Madhya Pradesh, and Honorable High Court of Madhya Pradesh reversed the order of additional commissioner. So now if the order of Honorable High Court was that the order of additional commissioner should be reversed, it means that the name of Anantabai should remain in the record of the government and name of the petitioner Jitendra should not be there. Now this petitioner Jitendra Singh approached to Honorable Supreme Court in special leave petition under Article 136 of the Constitution of India against the decision of Honorable High Court. So by this way this matter reached to Honorable Supreme Court. The main legal issue before Honorable Supreme Court in this case was that whether mutation entry in the government record confer any right, title or interest in the favor of any person or not. So whether if the mutation entry has been made in the government record, whether it has created certain rights in the favor of the person in whose favor this mutation entry has been made or not. So this was the main issue before Honorable Supreme Court in this case. Both the parties put their respective contention to prove their case. And now first of all I will take the contention of appellant. So appellant Jitendra Singh made only one contention, and the contention was that since the mutation entry confers the right, so it was the contention on the part of Jitendra Singh that since the mutation entry has been made in the favor of Jitendra Singh, so now by virtue of mutation entry he become entitled to the property of Anantabai. And since the mutation entry was done on the order of or according to the order of Nayab Tehsildar, so this mutation entry was legal, and if the mutation entry was legal, so he become the owner of the property of Anantabai. Now we come to the contention of the respondent. So respondent raised the two contention here. Respondent in this case is the state of Madhya Pradesh. So as per the will can only be executed after the death of the person who made the will or who makes the will. Okay. Now, and after the death of that person, mutation proceeding or mutation application can only be made. But what happened in this case? In this case, the death of the Anantabai, who has made the will in the favor of Jitendra Singh, occurred on 27th August 2011, but petitioner made an application for mutation on 9th August 2011. मीन्स petitioner ने उसकी डेथ से, किसकी, अनंताबाई की डेथ से, जिसने कि उसके फेवर में विल की थी, 18 डेज पहले विल को म्यूटेशन प्रोसीडिंग की एप्लीकेशन डाल दी, विच वॉज नॉट करेक्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू द लॉ, बिकॉज इन द केस ऑफ विल तभी एग्जीक्यूट होती है देन when the death of the person who has made the will occurred. So if the person does not die, then will cannot be executed, and if the will cannot be executed, then the mutation proceeding can also not take place, okay, when the person is alive. So the decision of this petitioner to file the mutation application even before the death of the Anantabai was not correct according to the law. Now we come to next contention on the part of respondent was that the mutation entry does not confer any right, because this is merely the mutation entry and it has not taken place through the court of law. Means the title of the petitioner Jitendra Singh was not clear, and he was not entitled to have the property of Anantabai merely on the basis of this will or merely on the basis of this mutation proceeding. So Honorable Supreme Court, after analyzing the contention of both the parties, came to the following conclusion, and Honorable Supreme Court held that mutation entry does not confer rights. So basically Honorable Supreme Court held that the mutation entry in the government revenue record or government record does not confer any right or does not give any title or interest in the favor of any person. Rather, these entries are only for the purpose of revenue, means so that the government can take the revenue or land revenue from the concerned party. So merely if the name of a person has been removed from the this government record and the name of other person has been put there, then it does not mean that person has become legally entitled to that property merely on the basis of changing of the name. If that person does not have the legal right to have its name changed or to have its name mentioned in the government record, then merely changing of the name by way of mutation proceeding will not create any right in the favor of the any party, or for example in the case of petitioner. Now Honorable Supreme Court further held that it is the settled proposition of law that if there is any dispute with respect to the title of the property, or particularly when the matter is relating to the will, or when a person wants to get the property on the basis of will, then in such cases, first of all, that person must get his right crystallized through the civil court or any other court, and when the civil court or any other court will confirm that that person has the legal right to take the property of the other party in the case of will, then only the mutation proceeding will start. And then after the mutation proceeding, then such person will be entitled to get the property of other party. So इस केस में क्या हुआ, इस केस में उसने फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पेटिशनर जितेंद्र सिंह हैज गिवन रॉन्ग इन्फॉर्मेशन। पहली बात तो जितेंद्र सिंह ने रॉन्ग इन्फॉर्मेशन दी। कि क्यों रॉन्ग इन्फॉर्मेशन दी? क्योंकि अनंताबाई की जो डेथ है वो डेथ हुई थी 27 अगस्त 2011 को, लेकिन उसने म्यूटेशन एप्लीकेशन 9 अगस्त 2011 में ही फाइल कर दी, जबकि लॉ के हिसाब से किसी पर्सन की डेथ के बाद ही हम उसकी विल को एग्जीक्यूट करा सकते हैं और उसकी डेथ से पहले हम उसकी विल को एग्जीक्यूट नहीं करा सकते। अब क्योंकि इस केस में अगर उसका राइट ही क्लियर नहीं है, देन मेयरली बाय म्यूटेशन प्रोसीडिंग he will not become the owner of the property of Anantabai in the given factual situation. Now, Honorable Supreme Court further held that as per the law, will is executed only after the death of the person who has made the will. ठीक है, but in this case, this petitioner tried to execute the will even during the lifetime of the Anantabai, and so this step or this decision of petitioner Jitendra Singh in this case is not in accordance to the law. Hence, Honorable Supreme Court finally held that the order of High Court does not require any interference and the special leave petition is liable to be dismissed. Honorable Supreme Court ने इस केस में Honorable High Court के डिसीजन को कंफर्म किया और ये डिसीजन दिया कि जितेंद्र सिंह का इस केस में कोई राइट नहीं है, और ये फाइनल वर्डिक्ट दिया कि ये जो रिट पिटिशन है इट इज़ लाइबल टू बी डिसमिस्ड बिकॉज क्योंकि मेयरली म्यूटेशन प्रोसीडिंग से किसी पर्सन के फेवर में कोई राइट क्रिएट नहीं होता। सो मेयरली म्यूटेशन प्रोसीडिंग डज नॉट क्रिएट एनी राइट इन द फेवर ऑफ एनी पार्टी अनलेस सच राइट हैज़ बीन क्रिस्टलाइज्ड थ्रू अ सिविल कोर्ट और थ्रू एनी अदर कोर्ट। So that's all for today, my dear students. I will come again with the next topic or with the next latest judgment of Honorable Supreme Court. Till then, please take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Goodbye.